Hello everyone and welcome to Pause for Parents Positive Education Lesson number 4. Today we're going to be looking at resilience and persistence and grit. I'll just share my screen with you. So persistence is when you continue to do something even though it is difficult or challenging for you. And resilience is the ability to pick yourself up and bounce back after a challenging situation. The knowledge that is gained in the PAUSE program gradually builds the students' capabilities and ability to persist and be resilient in their daily lives. You will notice that to be persistent, the students need to notice the signals that their amygdala fires and act on them with one of the PAUSE processes. So if you take persistence and resilience together, what that equals is a term called grit. Now, grit is the ability to keep working toward a goal, overcoming challenges and sticking with it even when it's hard. And this is something that we all need in our daily lives to be successful. The true definition of grit, you would say, is it can be a personality trait. There are often some of us that find it easier to pick ourselves up after setbacks and failures. But also what I want the children to remember is failures are really important. I've always taught my students and my own kids that the word fail is first attempt in learning. So your brain doesn't learn if you don't have a go at it. Like we learned in growth mindset, to continually making mistakes and picking ourselves up and having another go is a really important trait to have. This is an excellent YouTube clip that you can watch after this video that explains persistence and resilience and how that leads to grit really, really well. Now, for the younger students, if your child is around 7 or younger, these 3 little YouTube clips with Hunter and Eve are absolutely fantastic little stories to help them understand what resilience is all about. This is a cute little YouTube clip that you could also watch with your children at home about resilience, and it's using one of the little toys to help explain it. And finally, this is a brilliant little movie. It's about 20 minutes long that I highly recommend for Year 3 students and older to watch. It's about an old book that was written about 30 odd years ago called Who Moved My Cheese? And it works with the understanding of what resilience is and persistence and how that can set you up for success in your daily life. So if you have an opportunity, a spare 20 minutes during your day, sit with your older children and enjoy the little movie. Now, what happens in our brain when we are dealing with a challenge? So when our brain is dealing with a challenge, what happens is our amygdala is on alert and it's scanning their environment and trying to work out, are we safe or not? So again, this is where the importance of our pause detective comes in, and hopefully the kids and yourself understand what that is now and are able to pay attention to the signals that you're receiving and using one of the pause processes to help calm yourself down and so that you can bounce back and keep going. These are the last 2 YouTube clips I recommend to understand the size of your problem. So it's a really great concept for children to understand that sometimes there are problems that they can solve on their own, and keeping their amygdala calm and their prefrontal cortex working enables them to do that. And then if the problems get a little bit bigger, then what's happening in their brain can hinder them trying to solve the problem, and that's when they might need to find an adult. So these are a couple of really great clips to help them understand that. And here is a poster that the PAUSE program takes the children through on the Catastrophe Scale, so understanding the different sizes of problems. And on one side, I've got what the brain is doing so that the kids can understand that, you know, if the problem is only a glitch or a little problem, that their guard dog might be alert, but the prefrontal cortex, their wise old owl, is still there and able to pay attention to help solve the problem. Lots of you may have heard about the zones of regulation. And the zones are another set of tools that we can use to help us understand how we are feeling and what is happening inside our brain and body. So this little poster just breaks down each of the 4 areas, and you can see that I've got the pause brain links under those areas as well as the pause processes, which can help calm ourselves down and set us up for success. And this is the pages that are included in the resource kit that you would have received. You can see that the catastrophe poster is there, as well as the zones of regulation poster, and then just a little activity about dealing with change. So there's 2 different types of changes, so an expected change and then an unexpected change. And so having the kids identify what are expected changes and how sometimes they can be easy for them or sometimes they can be difficult, and more than likely an unexpected change would be more challenging, and what they can do in those situations. Thanks very much for visiting today, and I hope you found this lesson helpful.